Thanks a lot, Joe. You know, we have to really thank Joe for helping us out. Without him, this couldn't have been done. And I'd like to thank you, Joe, for thanking me. Okay, now you're watching some of the footage we took just before we left. You see Neil Plotkin over there. And at this point in the trip, everyone was on the verge of exhaustion. We proved that by sleeping on the bus. And this was our last chance to talk to and meet a couple of guys who we really liked. These guys were our bus drivers, Mel and Phil. It was an unbelievable phenomenon how these guys got so close to us, you know, closer than, let's say, an average bus driver. They cared about us. And there's one, there's Phil, and everyone unanimously agreed that they were really great to us. Here's what they had to say as we left.
So what's ready to take another one? Hi, Tim. I cannot be proud.
All right, here we have the two bus drivers, Mel and Phil. Mel? Okay. All right. Okay, Mel, how do you account for your great acclaim among all the band members here?
You're a pretty nice bunch of kids, as a whole. That makes me like you and you like me.
That's right. So what do you think of us?
Really dynamite group. Really, really dynamite. They compose themselves as gentlemen and ladies.
Okay, and we would like to thank you for driving our buses so admirably.
Finally, what are we doing out nowhere, Phil?
Well, the answer to that question, Joe, is the following. We had a little adventure on the way back from Canada. About an hour and a half out of Quebec, a police car approached us in the second bus, and we figured he had ideas about pulling us over. Well, he passed us right by and proceeded to pull over the first bus, Phil's bus. When we, in the second bus, pulled over and learned what happened, it turned out that some percussion equipment had been left at the concert hall, and they offered to take it down to us by cab, and we'd have to pay a nominal fee. So we had about an hour to kill, and we sat down, and we played baseball in a cow field right near the road. There you see Slugger, Mr. Mancinelli, slamming that tennis ball. It was a makeshift baseball game. There's Phil, Golden Glove Phil, pitching to Joe Neiman. But after an hour, the cab arrived, and after a little quarrel about the fee to be paid, we finally were on the way again. One more try, Joe. Well, we missed that try. You know, this all started back in September when we all gathered at the high school to start out on our year of music. Here you see the part of marching season. And there are a couple of people who were indispensable, who without them, we couldn't have done this at all. You're now watching Mr. Vic Fiorino, the AV coordinator at the high school. He is one of the best, if not the best, instructor in the high school. He's very amiable, and he just loves to work with kids. He's got great determination. He supplied me with confidence, equipment, and the will to see this through. Mr. Fiorino will not be forgotten by me and by many others in the high school. There were others who were indispensable to the completion of this tape and also the trip itself. You're now watching Clifford Stratt and Carl Sirio. That's Cliff with the book over there. And there you see Carl in the picture. These two feverishly worked on the trip. They helped plan the itinerary, make the calls up to Canada, help Mr. Manginelli along with myself, but mainly both of them. I could even say especially Carl, but we all helped. This trip, without all these people, the trip would not have gotten off the ground. So a special thank you goes to them. In closing, I'd like to just thank everyone who helped out, both in getting the trip together and also in helping me get the film together. Tim Conlon was a lot of help. Everyone was. And I just hope that the future will hold bright things for the band. Some people thought that involvement with television and putting all this time into it was perhaps goofing off, but I think that every minute I put into this was worth it. Thank you very much.